Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Kim. I'm a board certified dermatologist in Toronto, Canada. It's so nice to meet you. And I'm starting this new YouTube channel to promote awareness and education around everything and anything skin. I'm so excited to begin this journey with you. In this video, I would like to talk to you about something that's very important to me, something that I do as a dermatologist day in, day out, which is to spot a bad mole, a melanoma. To start off with, melanoma is defined as a cancer of the skin, but it can be found in other areas of the body, including your oral mucosa, the eyes, and the genital region. You've probably heard of melanoma or even know of family or friends who may have had to battle this type of skin cancer. It's a type of cancer that's very scary to me because A, it's actually quite common, more common than you may think, and B, it's one of the most common forms of cancer in young adults. Melanoma affects anyone from relatively young healthy individuals to our wiser patients. And this is why we should all know what to look for in a mole, and importantly, what might be bad warning signs in a mole, so that you know when to see a dermatologist or your doctor and know what to look for. To add, I think it's really important that we are all informed because melanoma is actually quite preventable, meaning if we catch it early, it's very easy to treat. In the next few minutes, I am going to share with you what you can look for to spot a bad mole and also what goes through my mind as a dermatologist when I check for melanoma. The most popular way of recognizing a melanoma is the mnemonic ABCDEs of melanoma. Each letter stands for a specific feature that we can see on a mole that would help us differentiate a good and bad mole. A is for asymmetry. A bad mole would be asymmetric, whereas a good mole, on the other hand, would demonstrate symmetry. An easier way of thinking about it is that you can sort of slice a mole into two exact mirror images, and that would be a very reassuring sign. B is for borders. You would want to assess the border or the outline of a mole. A border may be either smooth and round, or, on the other hand, irregular, jagged, and even sharp. I tend to think that in nature we see lots of round, smooth, curvilinear shapes. In contrast, in a cancerous growth, which I think of as an unnatural process, the borders are more likely to be linear, rectangular, sharp, and jagged. C is for colors. A mole containing one homogeneous color throughout is very reassuring to me. Some good colors would sort of be in the different shades of brown and tan. In contrast, a melanoma would likely have multiple different colors, like a spattering of different paints on a palette. Spattering of pink, blue, white, black, brown, very chaotic. The more colorful and chaotic a mole is, the more suspicious you may be. D is for diameter. In general, we say that any mole that has a diameter greater than 5 millimeters is a little suspicious. I don't rely on this rule so much as some of the other features, but it's still a helpful clue. E is for evolution, and I think this might be the most useful and important feature of the ABCDEs. I see many patients come in through the doors because they've noticed a mole that's grown or changed in size, shape, or color. So you already know to look up for this feature anyway, subconsciously, because cancer is an evolving active process. And similarly, melanoma is an active evolving process. And this is a feature that we can find universal of all cancers. Bad things tend to change. The caveat to this rule is that up until the age of 40, your moles are actually allowed to change with you as you grow. And this rule only applies to moles. You may have other growths or spots that might change with time, even past the age of 40, but they are allowed to do that because they're not moles. And this rule of evolution only applies to moles. I'll be sure to cover these mimickers in a future YouTube video, so please click the like button and subscribe if you'd be interested in more content. Now, there's another sign that isn't part of the ABCDEs, but one that I and probably most other dermatologists use all the time. It's called the ugly duckling sign. This sign means that the melanoma is most likely a single striking mole in a background of what we call signature nevi, signature moles. Everyone has their own signature mole, which is your own sort of personalized shape, unique set of colors of moles. Anything that deviates from this signature mole is suspicious in my eyes and should be suspicious in your eyes too. As a dermatologist, when you walk into the room as a patient, the first thing that I assess in the first few seconds is the number of moles that you may have, the skin type, the eye color of your hair. During a full body skin exam, I may assess the extent of sun damage as well. And immediately, all of this sort of reflects the level of risk that you have of developing a skin cancer. And the very next thing that I do is determine the signature nevus, signature mole. And any mole that sort of stands out on my radar is going to get assessed, whether it means it gets sort of seen with a special light like a dermatoscope or gets sampled for testing. To recap, we went over the ABCDEs, which is a helpful guide in spotting a bad mole from a good mole. Now, I should note that this is not by any means the be it and end all. In the end, if there's any concerns, you should go see your board certified dermatologist or another doctor. But hopefully, this YouTube video will have given you some sort of approach to your funky moles and at least know what to look for. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos on useful tips and pearls from a dermatologist perspective. Thank you for watching.